Think you've seen all of Chrisean Rock's wildest moments on camera? Wait.
Chrisean, get out of here now!
Even in jail, she threatens to slap someone.
Don't be sad, it's okay.
Yet when caught on camera, she carries on like nothing is wrong. Let's have a rundown of the unimaginable things Rock did while behind bars. Chrisean Rock's jail moments. Somehow fighting, stealing from her baby daddy, and allegedly knocking down a Toni Braxton backup dancer aren't the wildest things Chrisean has done. Just a few weeks ago, a jail clip of the Baddies star, who was arrested in June, came to the limelight. In the video, the 24-year-old is seen smiling and being all chatty. Rock even assures the person on the other end of the line that she isn't doing that bad. The wildest thing about this video is that the on-screen star has been speculated to be addressing her fans. Hear her out.
Hey, big babies! Don't be sad, it's okay. I was tweaking for real. But I'm gonna be a buck. I use this time to really heal.
Though Rock sounded truthful in her tone, she told fans there were a lot of things she was not saying. However, during the call, the most significant thing playing on Rock's mind was getting better after her jail time.
Healing from a lot of shit. I ain't gonna use you. A lot of stuff I be telling y'all, but I don't be telling y'all everything, so you know how that goes.
In the end, she promises to come out bigger and better. Heck, Rock gave off a feisty attitude by assuring fans that a song would be her out-of-jail comeback card.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out and I'm gonna be better. I can't wait to drop my song for y'all. And I can't wait to just be better Rock, you know?
Although this has been declared as an old video, as it was recorded in 2022, fans are going crazy over it. Some were quick to notice Rock's missing tooth and the absence of Blueface's tattoo on her body. Others dismissed her promise to become better once she got out of jail. One person chimed in, "We all know she's getting another tattoo once she's out." Another fan broke down the video in a more realistic light. While this person acknowledged that Rock looked different than how she was last seen on camera, the commenter added, "Okay, so I see in the comment section y'all thinking like I am. I would say, did she get it knocked out, but she fights like a man, so I don't think it went down like that." One of the commenters did not seem to get the memo. The person sounded concerned for Chrisean's son. The person wrote, "She can't wait to drop her song, but not one care about her child in this video." Okay, so the backstory that supports this fan's concern was Rock's recent arrest. The rapper was arrested in August while holding her little baby. Now circling back to reality, it turns out that Chrisean Rock, who was recently arrested, might just have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. All that was on Rock's to-do list on that day, June 10th, 2024, was to show support for her baby daddy. Blueface's legal drama has been ongoing for years. To an extent, Rock has been supportive of her baby daddy. Before their separation in 2023, the duo dated for 2 years, then went on to have their son, Chrisean Jr., despite having ended things. Rock has been consistent in her support for Blueface, so it was not strange to see that on the 10th of June, following Blueface's hearing in court, the Baddies star was present with their son. Rock had wheeled little Chrisean in a pram to court. However, she was eventually led out of the San Fernando courthouse in handcuffs. While in the custody of the officers, Rock spoke to a reporter claiming she wasn't aware of the reason for her arrest.
What happened, Christine?
I don't know. They saying I got a whole nother case caught up in downtown. I don't even be downtown. It's cool. I got my people looking into the door.
Although it was not clear why the law enforcement officials kept Rock in handcuffs, it was later revealed that she had an unresolved case. Her arrest was linked to a 2022 case, and it was about a felony fugitive warrant issue in Oklahoma. Following the arrest, she was charged with assault with a deadly weapon as regards the 2022 case, and Rock was also denied bail. It seems like Blueface's baby mama now has her own legal drama to think about. Sources confirmed that the police had expected Rock's presence at the San Fernando courthouse. Officers had postponed themselves, waiting for the right time to take her in. Once sighted in the area, the cops immediately patted her down while removing her son from her embrace. Despite claiming to be unaware, Rock has made remarks about her warrant in the past. She talked about it trickling down, so some fans found it hard to reconcile with the fact that the rapper was not in the know. The post was shared by the Neighborhood Talk on Instagram, and fans have had a lot to say about it. One remark read, "How you go to court with an active warrant?" Another person wrote, "Why would you go to court knowing you have warrants? Ain't that much love in the world. You was hiding. Why wouldn't you think they would be there waiting on you?" A few other fans recognized Rock trying to support her baby daddy, but in their opinion, she was to blame for being too in love. Addiction to any man is the worst addiction of all. She's a gold medalist in the Bad Decisions Olympics, they wrote. A group of other individuals believed that it was insane to get locked up on Blueface's court date. To make matters worse, she was with their toddler child. To some of Rock's supporters, she surely loves her baby daddy more than her child, but they were still concerned for the little one. Other comments on the post read, She more worried about him than her baby. Going to somebody else's court date and not your own's is wild. Both the baby parents in jail. This is honestly sad. Whoever fans think is to blame doesn't really matter right now, since the situation is just as bad because of Rock's history of violence. At just 24, this young woman has a timeline of legal troubles mixed with controversies, even with the man she claims to love. As expected, there have been denials and a series of confessions from Rock's end to fans online, but it still doesn't cut it. As the saying goes, there is no smoke without fire. But with Rock, there has been lots of cloudy smoke. A quick rundown of her past crimes would show that there is nobody to blame other than herself. Rock's rocky life of crime before arrest. To understand Rock's life of crime is first to understand how she became a known face, and how it all began with little pockets of arguments and assault. Back in 2020, Rock appeared in Blueface's reality TV show known as Blue Girls World. It was at this point that Blueface and Rock connected. However, during their time together, media houses had a fill of controversial moments. It all managed to play out in the public eye, from heated arguments recorded on screen to legal dramas and consistent social media rants calling out each other. So what really goes on between these two to make them have such humiliating public moments? As far as online records are concerned, Rock has allegedly stolen from her baby daddy. 2 years ago, Blueface called the cops on his baby mama after he noticed that she stole his car. The rapper also shared a rundown of their personal chats where he asked her to be careful so that she does not ending up in jail. Blueface then shared a lengthy video via Instagram story defending his actions against Rock. First, the rapper attacked fans who criticized him for snitching on his then girlfriend. Blueface maintained that it was never okay for her to steal from him just because they were lovers.
All you people saying, oh, you was fucking her, you told her you loved her. When the does that ever make it okay to steal somebody's car? Like, and drive it across the country to give it to their mom? Anybody who thinks that you're a jackass.
According to Blueface, Rock stole his car. But here's the thing. She cooked up a whole new level of weirdness while at it. The rapper explained that his ex-lover wasn't with him the night before the theft. They didn't hang out, but she found a way to get into his home while he was asleep. Rock then tiptoed past him and made her way to another part of the house where she cut herself.
Tiptoeing around my house. I'm asleep. I passed him sleep, tiptoeing. Cut herself, breaking in, left a little note in blood with that she cut herself home.
Having dated her for some time, Blueface claimed Rock was an unrepentant liar. He explained that she lied about getting pregnant and would always lie about every other thing. In the whole story between these two, one thing has played over and over again, and that is Rock's constant trouble with the law. One of the significant legal problems for Rock was a drug-related issue that happened in Oklahoma. She was involved in drug possession with intentions to sell the products. At the time, there were a series of charges heaped on her. It included having a stolen vehicle in her possession, which was Blueface's whip, distribution of a controlled substance, and possession with intent. Recall that she was first arrested in February 2022 over the theft involving Blueface's car. Yet that same year, she faced fresh charges involving drugs. While fans were still trying to grasp the entire thing, Rock was involved in a physical confrontation with a fan. During this time, her baby daddy Blueface was under house arrest, but he claimed it was due to Rock's antics. 3 months after the initial arrest, Rock was handcuffed again, but this time in New Orleans. Sources say it was in connection to her crimes in Oklahoma, and she had been issued a bench warrant. Despite the roller coaster of charges, Rock found a way to keep the heat coming. While in Phoenix with Blueface, she was arrested for trespassing. It so happened that the rapper could not control her temper during an altercation with her then boyfriend. Even with how the whole drama unraveled, Blueface chose not to retaliate at first. In the end, he calls the cops, who whisked her away. However, shortly after the incident, Blueface posted a clip to clarify that Rock did not go to jail for hitting him.
Rock is in jail for trespassing. She's not in jail for hitting me, touching me, anything I gotta do with me. Be in the middle of the street, she take my phone and run into a closed bar.
Despite her erratic behavior, Blueface decides not to chase her to retrieve his phone. However, she told his homeboy to help get his phone, and this happened.
She swing on him 2 times. She like, bro, I'm not with that. I'm like, all right, go in the bathroom. I come out. I guess she start security. They put her down and nothing I could do, bro.
One thing is certain, Blueface wasn't lying about Rock's aggression, and most times he is always at the receiving end. In a clip captured in Los Angeles, the troubled couple was spotted getting down in the wildest manner. This was nothing sexual, but they did get down a couple of times during their fights. Despite being out in the open with people looking at them, Rock could be seen aiming for Blueface while punching him several times. In return, Blueface patted her down a couple of times while trying to get away from the violence. When it comes to violence, Rock is as solid as a rock, and she isn't beating the accusations. From slapping to throwing, she has given fans online violent experiences to yap about. At the same time, Rock has been had the authorities to deal with. Although she once claimed innocence following her drug charges in Oklahoma, but back in 2023, she got an instant judgment for the past crime. Rock was slammed with a 4-year probation at the Craig County District Court. Although she was absent when her lawyer, Ken Gallen, argued that his client's lack of criminal record was enough evidence to keep her out of jail. During probation, Rock was to complete 120 hours of community service, and she was to clear up her fine charges of $991. But did it stop her from getting into trouble? We'll see.
So what's up, y'all? So you can see that scar, right? And that one too. And then let me show you more. My foot.
Apparently, Rock had a fight with Whoa Vicky on Baddies East. Vicky did make some tweets about Rock, and she did not find it funny, even though the former tried to apologize. Baddies East showed the pair going head to head, and guess who started the fight? A TikTok clip showed Rock with her visible baby bump asked Vicky. Following the altercation, Vicky slammed the rapper with assault charges. This was not the first time Rock would be hit with such a charge from another female. In May of that same year, Rock was accused of assaulting an overly excited fan. The female fan had walked up to Rock to congratulate her on becoming a new mom, but the fan also added that she did not like Blueface. Well, things escalated rather quickly. After the comment, she punched the woman on the left side of her face. Allegedly, sources confirmed that it was a team effort between Rock and Blueface. Reports had it that Blueface kicked the woman on her chest and in her face. When officers arrived, they checked in with the surveillance footage, which showed Rock directly aiming at the woman's face. Despite the charade, Rock continued to stay loyal to fans as she put out contents on her social media pages. But one of her posts gained attention after she shared her awareness about her warrants.
Oh, all my warrants. My warrants are getting cleaned up. I've been paying off fees and getting rid of shit, talking to certain people to help my situation out.
She claimed that the process of getting her warrants cleared was inspired by her son, whom she wants to watch grow, but at the same time, she didn't have plans to go to the authorities.
Because, I have my son, so the old me would have just turned myself in and dealt with it from inside to the outside of the jail, so.
Consequently, her recent arrest has proved her worst fear. Following the arrest in San Fernando courthouse, there was a probability of her being extradited to Oklahoma to answer for her crimes. But first, Rock remained in jail, where she was also sentenced to 30 days behind bars, alongside a year of probation. While her recent arrest is linked to a warrant issued in Oklahoma some 2 years ago, it was also related to another assault charge, including Tamar Braxton's backup dancer. The person named James Wright claimed that Rock hit his face while wearing her rings, which eventually led to injuring his mouth and knocking out 2 teeth. In all of this, one can only help but wonder what is going on with Rock's baby, whom she parted with after the arrest. Who has him, and how are people outside caring for the young one? Life outside without Chrisean Rock. Rock wasn't the only one who showed up for Blueface at the courthouse on that day. The rapper's folks, including his mom, Carlissa Saffold, and dad, Jonathan Michael Porter Sr., were present too. Blueface was held up in jail where he served his 7-month sentence for evading probation. That same day, Rock was arrested, and the officers who took her child ensured that the baby was safe. But beyond the few minutes with them, it only made sense that the child would be given to a family member since both parents were locked up. However, it did not pan out as anyone would have expected. Outside of court, it was far from a smooth ride between these Carlissa and Jonathan. Blueface's estranged parents were caught on camera arguing about who would babysit their grandson. Carlissa tried to persuade her ex-husband to cater to the child, but Jonathan vehemently refused, saying he was no babysitter.
I'm not here for all that. I'm here to support you, right?
The argument later degenerated as the two hurled abusive words at each other. Blueface's dad claimed that his ex-wife was used to putting on a show for the camera. Indeed, they veered off from the topic at hand and focused on taking shots at each other. But fortunately for Chrisean Jr., their grandson, he was already being looked after by Marsh, one of Rock's friends. Just days after Rock's arrest, TMZ caught up with Carlissa, who confirmed that her grandchild was getting the best care. Although she did not fail to add that Blueface's dad should have been the best person to look after Chrisean, Carlissa also emphasized that they were following Rock's orders.
I was there to make sure that, the wishes that she wanted, which was her best friend Marsh to take the baby. I thought that Blue's dad should have taken the baby, but her wishes, so everybody followed her wishes, and that was.
As to how she feels about the entire situation, let's just say her response was shocking.
Honestly, I feel like it was bad timing. I feel like whoever made that happen or had anything to do with it was absolutely that wasn't the time. She had her kid and she was there supporting my son, so I don't agree with it. Even though I'm not a fan and we have our differences, I think that was a bit much.
Over the years, Carlissa has not had a smooth sail with her son's baby mama. She called her out a couple of times for her violent nature, while Rock established her hatred for her son's grandma. During an Instagram live, Rock highlighted Carlissa's negligence.
I know you like that. We don't talk. You don't got a relationship with your grandson. When you first saw him, that was the only time you was going to see him.
Rock did not stop there, and her next utterances were the most shocking.
And people like y'all just need to die. Like, I hate people that's just on this earth, specifically just want to be here, just want to pop it and pop it.
Despite her stance, Carlissa proved that she was willing to bury the hatchet and at least follow Rock's wishes regarding her son. Another person who has embroiled himself in the entire scenery regarding Rock's arrest is Whack 100. Whack 100 is Blueface's manager, and somehow fans had expected him to pay up Rock's bail fee after the arrest. He immediately addressed the controversy via an Instagram clip.
I didn't feel it was my place because Blueface is my client, Chrisean isn't, but let me address this. Listen. Chrisean has, I believe, 2-3 warrants.
Whack 100 emphasized that Oklahoma has a different rule, so getting an attorney for Rock would eventually be futile. His reasons was because the judge would act accordingly when she is extradited to Oklahoma. As to how else he can help, Whack explained that he can do nothing, and that Blueface never gave him order to help her out. He also added that Rock won't be long in jail.
Me personally, unless the judge is on some extreme because Chrisean Rock been on line talking about Oklahoma and all that. If the judge is on some regular shit, the judge gonna get down there, may give her 30 days or some bullshit.
According to Whack, the charges against her are not so serious. After completing her 30 days in Oklahoma, he said that Rock's charge in LA would probably be reduced to a misdemeanor. Blueface's manager also told the public that Rock's stubbornness got the better part of her. He had advised her to stay away from courthouse, but she went on a defensive claiming Whack 100 was against her support for Blueface. Not only was Rock coming to court and making herself visible to the authorities, she also made live videos of herself in court. It was as if the rapper did not understand the implications of having a warrant issued on her. However, about 2 months inside a jailhouse, she was released. Rock reunited with her son on September 6, 2024. She then uploaded a video of the emotional reunion. Rock, who was teared up as she held and kissed her boy, claimed that she felt blessed to be home just in time for his birthday. If you enjoyed this news and would love to view more content such as this, click on the card showing on the screen.